from Primary 5 pupils. Welcome to week 4 of our learning. This week we look at compound interest. Already we've done what we call simple interest, and we know that 100I is equal to PTR. Now we look at compound interest, and we said that compound interest is when the interest is calculated on the amount due in the previous years. What does that mean? This goes forward to explain the difference between simple interest and compound interest. In simple interest, we have done, you work with the same interest. But in compound interest, the interest continues to change yearly. Every year, it will change. We have two methods of calculating compound interest. We have the direct computation method and we have the formula method. I want us this week to look at the two methods, but we'll take one today and another time we'll take the other one. The direct computation method, I want to explain it before we do it. Supposing where we are, somebody borrows 100 naira from me and he's going to use this money for 3 years. So he's going to use it for 3 years. He borrows the money from me. And we agree, this money, after 1 year, you are going to give me 20 naira. We are working depending on the rate. So we have an X% rate at which is growing. Now, after 1 year, this person is no longer owing me 100 naira. What the person is now owing me will be 120 naira. Because after 1 year, the money has become 120. Now he's no longer doing business with my 100 naira. He is now doing business with my 120. And based on the same rate, after the second year, you might be having 127 naira. Now for the third year, he's not going to business with 100 naira, with 120, but he's now going with 127. And after that time, he might be having 136 naira. You see, so my interest will not be 20 naira after 3 years. My interest will now be 136 minus 100 naira, which gives me 36 naira. That's what my interest will be. That's what we mean by direct computation method. We are going to illustrate it. Let's also remember some of the things we know. We know that amount is equal to principal plus interest. That's what our amount is. And we know that there is a year in simple interest, there is principal in simple interest, there is rate of interest in simple interest. These things are also reflected in compound interest, so that when we see them, we don't become afraid or what are the new terms. There are no new terms here except for the compound interest. Let's take this example. What is the compound interest? At 5% per annum on 4,000 naira for 4 years. Now this 4 years is our time. This 4,000 is our principal. This 5% is our rate. These normal terms we know already. So let's calculate what our compound interest will be after 4 years. Remember, we are going to take these 4 years one by one and check the new interest. So for the first year, let's have our first year. For our first year, our principal P is equals to 4,000 naira. Then our R will be equal to 5%. Of course, we know that we are not going to write 4 years. It's only 1 year that we'll write. So what will be our interest? Our interest will still go from the normal formula we have. 100I is equal to PTR. That's where our interest will still come from, which will be this over 100 to get I. PTR over 100, but the T is taking one after the other, so we still have T equals to 1 year, which doesn't matter. So what we have here will be what? 4,000 times 5 all over 100. So this and this will go, this and this will go, and we'll be left with what? 0 to 200 naira. So the interest for the first year will be 200 naira. Now this person is going to business again. He has made 200 naira he was supposed to give me. He didn't give me. He's going to go into the second year. Now the second year, what will be our principal? Principal is not going to be 4,000 again he's using. He's now using 4,000 naira plus the 200 naira he made, which will have come to me. But he's still using it because he's going to remit everything after 4 years. So his new principal will be 4,200 naira. The rate remains the same, 5%. So what will be our new interest? Our new interest will still be 4,200 times 5 all over 100. This and this will go, this and this will go. We are left with what? This is 10. This is 2021. 210 naira. So you see, after 2 years, my interest becomes 210 naira. He's not yet paying me back. He goes to the 3rd year. We look at the 3rd year. Now, the 3rd year, the new principal he'll be having will now be what? 4,200 plus 210 naira. And that will be giving us what? 4,000. 4200 and 210 will give us 4410. That's what his new principal will be. The rate still remains 5%. And then what will be our new interest is going to be 4410 times 5 all over 100. This and this will go. 5 here 1, 5 here 2. 2 here will be 220.5. So it's going to be 220 naira 50 kobo. That's the new interest. Now he moves into the 4th year, the year we agreed that he's going to pay. So what will be the new principal for the 4th year? For the 4th year, principal will be what? It's going to be 4,410 naira plus 220 naira 50 kobo. And that will be giving us what? Let's see. I'm cleaning this place. You must have known it by now. So what are we going to have? 4410 220.5, which will give me 50364. I hope we are correct. So what does it become? We have 4630.5. So 4,630 naira 50 kobo. He moves into the 4th year. What is our rate? Still 5%. Now, what will be the new interest? The new interest now will be 4630.5 times 5 all over 100. Now, to be on the surface side, if I'm dividing numbers with 100, I move to my left 2 times here. So that will give me 46.305 by 5. This is 25. I keep 2. This is 0.2. This is 15. Dot 30, 31. I keep 3. 20, 23. So the new interest will be what? 231 naira 553 kobo. Sorry, 231 naira 53 kobo. That's what we have. Now, at this juncture, we now say what will be the principal. The principal will now be 4630.5 plus 231.53, which will be 30. You keep 1, 2, 6, 8, 4. So that's the new principal. He's going into the 4th year to do business. But incidentally, we agree that after the 4th year, he pays me. So how much interest is he going to pay me outside my principal money he borrowed? So he's going to pay, the principal he's going to pay, or the interest he's going to pay will now be what? We know that amount is equal to what? Principal plus interest. So if he's going to pay me any interest, it's going to be amount minus principal. So my amount will be 4862.03 minus the 4,000 naira he borrowed. So that will leave us with what? 862 naira 3 kobo. That's the amount he pays me. Now, for your convenience, I want you to know that in the 1st year, this man took 4,000 naira to do business. And we agreed that the rate will be 5%. After that time, he made 200 naira. That 200 naira wasn't given back to me. He still put it back in his business. I want you to know that his principal has increased because the money he made was 200 and added to 4,000. It became 4,200. He now went into business again with 4,200 and made another 210 naira because the money went up. Now, the 3rd year, he went into business with that 210 naira added to 4,200, and that gave him 4,410 naira. That's what he went into business for the third year. Now he made 220 naira 50 kobo, which was also added to give you 4,636 naira. So that's what he's using in his business. So, but if it were to be simple interest, we will have moved straight and you will not get this same, because the year doesn't change. The interest is not calculated over and over. So this is the real deal that the banks and other lending offices give. This is how they calculate it, and they must round it up to the nearest kobo. Nearest, like we have here, I have to make this 3 because it's going to the nearest kobo. So banks use this to calculate, because you are using their money. I want you to understand that you are still using that money. So there's no way you use my money for 4 years and you give me 200 naira. That 200, if you have given it to me, then you will have gone back to business with 4,000 naira again. But you didn't go. So you took my money and the gain I will have made and put them together and went into the second business. So my money is supposed to increase over time. I want you to understand that that's how simple interest operates. Compound interest, operates. So go through this procedure again and understand what is actually happening there. Until I come your way again, it's still Mr. Kings. Thank you.